Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and for some reason I'm starting to develop or redevelop an affinity for SK tools. I've had some in the past. Here's one of my old screwdrivers, USA made. Done videos on some of their other stuff. This is the newer SK, even though it says established 1914, this was made in China. It was obviously a company that was sold to a large conglomerate. But anyway, these caught my eye, and I always have a, kind of an affinity for good cutters like this. But the sheer beef, the massive amount of metal in these things kind of had me curious. The grips looked great. You can see that the handle's running quite a ways down into it, and if I take my magnet, you can see the handle, nice and strong. Good lockup. Looks like it's adjustable should you want to do that. Looks like a nylon threaded set nut here. And then, a hex fastener there. They come in two sizes. This is the 8-inch. There's also a 7-inch. But the thing that really caught my eye, it was under 15 bucks. It was $14.99. Now, I've been a C-Jet fan for quite a while. This one sells for about $24. A couple of different settings. Nice and beefy, big angle there. But even the SK is thicker. If you look at that metal. And this is chrome vanadium with induction hardened edges. And like many, if you look close here, it has one non-serrated blade and then one serrated blade, so that tends to hold the workpiece. I was kind of curious, sometimes if you use like really fine paper, this is a piece of paper towel, just to see, the performance of the blade, how smooth it is across the board, maybe even the full slice there. Anyway, it's kind of surprising. Fits great in the hand. I love the little index point there. I have these Milwaukee shears in a few locations. I love them. They seem really solid, but they have limitations. You need something a little stronger without running to a tin snip. I did a video a long time ago on these Wisps. I like the cutting. It's a smaller one. In fact, if you look at this, it's about an inch shorter, so I'm assuming this is the 8-inch here. They call this the heavy-duty scissors. There is a 7-inch, same price, $14.99. That's about this size here. I went with the larger one, but this handle is so slippery that I find these hard to use. They just want to shoot out of your hand because it's just, you should put Teflon on them to improve the grip. It's crazy. These Knipex here, if you didn't know, Knipex makes, or at least sells stuff like this. Actually, the cutting on these is exquisite, but again, a very slippery handle. Here's the smaller version, but this is a little bit rubbery. It's got some texture to it, I guess, and they feel good in the hand. I think the spring should be stronger, especially for an 8-inch. They might be using the same spring mechanism as the smaller 7-inch version, but overall they cut great. So let's take a look at a few things. Pull out some samples here. Here's some reinforced tubing. You can drop that in and see what it does. Whoops, so you can see. No problem whatsoever on that. Here's some PEX. Normally I wouldn't cut PEX with anything like these, but gives you an indication here as to how that's slicing through. You can see. Here's just some thin irrigation tubing. This is the kind of stuff I might use these for. No problem there. Copper doesn't work, but let's go ahead and try this because this might be more of a test. Here we've got a heavy-duty plastic tray for pry bars. Nice, a little loud there. Look at that. Slices through this kind of plastic. If you were opening any kind of plastic packaging, yeah, these would work. A nice big grip. Probably pretty loud there. So it just slices through this plastic like crazy. So for an inexpensive plier, yes, made in China, I mean not plier, a cutter, I really have to endorse this. And, you know, SK is winning me back. You know, I may have to apologize for that in the future. I don't know what they're going to do, but beefy metal, great fit, solid design, good price, solid lockup. You know, some of these don't lock quite as well as they should. But overall, for 15 bucks, if you're looking for something to bust into plastic containers, you know, the shrink wrappy stuff, cutting cardboard, cutting plastic, you know, I think for a shop shear, this is great. And you're not into it too much, so could end up in your vehicle kit too. I don't know how good it would be for cutting radiator hose. You'd have to work your way around, but it's a nice, beefy, solid grip. So SK Tools is expanding. Even their shear, even the SK version of this Milwaukee scissors costs more than this guy. So to me, that's a good deal from SK. Let me know what you think. And with that, Doc out.